Former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Raji Fashola, narrating how President Bola Tinubu fought to restore a former governor of Oyo State, Rashidi Ladoja, who was impeached by Oyo State legislators and forced out of office in January 2006, has surfaced online. Well, Fashola described Tinubu as a champion of oppressed people who made moves to ensure that a sitting governor was not left impeached. Let's take a look.
When Governor Ladoja was removed as governor in Ibadan by an apparently illegal impeachment process, it was to Lagos that he came, and I know, and I will say no more about that part. He said, just bring your constitution, bring your law books, I need you to research something for me. When I got there, what he said to me was, are we just going to fold our hands and let a governor in Nigeria be impeached and nothing will happen? And I said, but he's in opposition, it doesn't matter. What can we do? Call your colleagues. And it was in his house, in that body law, that a group of us lawyers sat down, prepared the court documents, and it was that case that went all the way to the Supreme Court. And Ladoja was returned back to office before he finally lost in the re-election. That wasn't his cause. That was an opposition governor. But that is the man, the champion of oppressed people.
Tinubu, champion of oppressed people. That's how former Governor Fashola described it. And you know, Dr. Bass.
Go back to that. Dr. Bass has talked about the legalese. Fubara has a right to sue, violation of his fundamental human right. But you see, this champion of democracy narrative, yes, he fought in June 12 and all of that. But I have a different opinion as regards what former Governor of Lagos Fashola was saying. The reason why the likes of Governor Bola Tinubu fought the impeachment of Senator Rashidi Ladoja was not because he wanted to champion democracy. It was because Obasanjo was involved and he was fighting Obasanjo. Let's not forget. Because Senator Rashidi Ladoja was part of those that benefited from the Obasanjo run of the Southwest that pulled out most of the governors of the AD then, like Lamidi Adesina. So he had just benefited. So it was not because he loved democracy so much that he was fighting for a PDP governor. It was because he was the last man standing from that raid, and he also needed to consolidate and assert. So the enemy of my enemy was my friend. So that was the reason why he fought and all those battles. There was also a technical position into it. Secondly, both parties, both Wiki and Fubara, threatened violence in this. And that's why I keep asking one question people have not been able to answer. What was the imminent threat of danger? Was it the fact that Mr. Fubara had written letters? I'm happy they played that video. In that video, Governor Wiki also threatened the Ijaw people. What was the imminent threat of danger? Because Mr. Fubara had written a letter after that Supreme Court judgment, and he was the one calling for peace. The only part I faulted him for was when one of his stumps where he said, oh, you know, I'll tell the boys what to do.
At the right time.
At the right time. Which, a day after, he even called for peace when they were giving platforms to the Air Force or something. Helicopter platforms or thereabouts. So when you look at it critically, what was the imminent threat of danger? Was it the fact that Fubara started listening to the courts, dismantled the local government structure, said they should go for new elections, taking his paper to the National Assembly, the State House of Assembly, even going there to say, okay, where can I represent my project? Was that the imminent threat of danger?
All right. Well,
because all of a sudden, those that also claim that, oh, since this administration have emerged, this sole administrator, things have stabilized. And that's why we talked about also the Soku incident yesterday. In all of this, I would also like to disagree with Mr. Samuel Kolawole. And I'll tell you why in that article. And the fight about, oh, when you are fighting federal might and all of that. No. And when he was talking, I don't know that particular line where he said, when you are fighting, no, it's on the second line. It's on the second slide. Yeah, so where he was talking about, okay, as he wrote, Fubara Inverter failed to reckon with federal might in picking his fight. No, because one of the reasons why we, and I also me myself, openly came out to praise President Tinubu then, because we know him to be the man that fought federal might.
All right.
All the things Chief Olusegun Obasanjo planned with federal might then in the Southwest, he was the only one that outmaneuvered Olusegun Obasanjo. Right. That's what we know. So we've had
called the last man standing.
The last man standing, the lion of Bodilo, Jagaban Baba.
All right.
So and that's why we praised him to the high heavens there. But it is sad that all the things he fought against, he has now negated today, and that's why we are also calling him out.
Fubara stand up as a man.
All right.
Stand up as a man.
Well, fine. Let me answer some questions that you asked, and this is some questions.
Did you listen to that?
I was former governor of Lagos State, Fashola. And now telling you what happened during Ibadan, Ladoja's impeachment, unlawful impeachment, illegal impeachment, that Tinubu fought for that legal impeachment. That Tinubu is the champion of democracy. How come what he fought for in those days, today is being neglected? You see what happened now? That's why I love this guy, Rufai. He said, not because Tinubu really loved democracy, because he was fighting Obasanjo at that time. He wanted to use his muscle, his power, to also tell Obasanjo at that time that he has weight. That was why he did that. And PDP at that time, where they unlawfully impeached Ladoja at that time unlawfully. Tinubu was not a member of PDP at that time. As opposition party, he helped them to fight Obasanjo. Make sure Ladoja was never impeached. But today, what happened? He had forgotten everything he did, he fought for in those days. Today, he's the one doing all of those things. It doesn't matter to him. Can you imagine? This is absolutely abuse of power done because of 2027 election. You know, internet not the lie. Nabi, when you do something like this, your old videos will surface again. How come somebody who was once like this is now like this? What happened? Power has changed. That's how they be. You know, one thing I've come to understand, let me even say, it's not as if Tinubu does not know what he's doing that is against the constitution of this or the country. It's not as if he does not know. That is the only thing to do in order to, if at all he's going to win 2027 election. For him to win, he need the preparation that started. So these are part of the strategy we are talking about. It's not as if he does not know. For him now, he is the president. Anything you say does not matter to him. What he is focusing on is how to retain power in 2027. That is his area of focus now. Whatever you say, as far as you cannot really do anything to change the system to stop him, that's what he feels. But at that time, he stood up to fight those people who were trying to impeach Ladoja at that time. Now I also expect people to stand up and to fight Tinubu on this until he reverses this unlawful suspension of democratically elected governor in Rivers State. People also need to do the same thing. So he can't fold hands and watch. They can't fold hands and watch Tinubu do all of this and get away with it. No. Now, like I said, it's not as if Tinubu don't know what he's doing, that he's against the constitution, is unlawful because they want to come by 2027. What I've noticed since 2023 presidential election, during campaign is this time, Tinubu issues, Tinubu wahala, just because Tinubu want to be president of this country, has turned a lot of learned lawyers, sons, to idiots in this country, no doubt. I will not mention names, but you know what I'm talking about. Because of Tinubu wants to be president of this country, has really turned a lot of sons, learned lawyer, elderly statesman, some elder statesman, some of them are turned them to an idiot because Tinubu want to be president. Do you understand? Since Tinubu 2022 campaigns to that election period, to the matter in courts, the period of time in Supreme Court, Chicago State University, everything you see, Sams have said so far, all of them, some were right, some were wrong, but because of Tinubu, some of them lost their respect in the eyes of Nigerians because what they say, one statement or the other, they know the right thing to do. It's just like Jonathan rightly said, one of the most statement everybody has been saying to criticize Tinubu, this unlawful behavior. Don't forget what Jonathan said, that Tinubu cut across all the three arms of government. When you are trying to wake somebody up, if somebody pretended to be asleep, if somebody is sleeping, right, you wake the person up. It's easy to wake that person up. If he is truly sleeping, it's easy to wake him up. But if the person pretended to be asleep, meanwhile he's not sleeping, he pretended to be asleep, it's very difficult to wake that same person up. It's what the three arms of government has done. It's not as if they don't know the right things to do, but they fail to do the right thing. They pretended to be asleep. It is difficult to wake them up because they know. Now, like I said, all these lawyers, some politicians, Tinubu has really insulted, make Nigeria insult them. They look down on them, they lost their respect, their integrity, because they know the right thing. They're just defending the indefendable. They are just defending the illegality of Tinubu's misbehavior. The day the Supreme Court delivered judgment, all the lawyers defended Tinubu to an extent. The judiciary, Supreme Court declared Tinubu the president of this country, despite the baggages, the Abuja. If you do not meet the requirements, if you don't win Abuja, now under Tinubu, they turn Abuja to be a state. Since that day, democracy is gone in this country. That's why Tinubu has this power. Somebody who could do that, what do you expect? He will do more. He will do worse. This is what you are doing now. This is what you are doing. And again, the problem of this country is we Nigerians. Politicians don't see us finish. That's why you see any problem, any small thing, they give you rice. They give you rice. There is crisis in your state. They give you rice to solve the problem of crisis. There is out of school children. There is hunger. There is hardship. There is this. There is one problem or the other. Instead of them to look critical, to look at the problem and solve the problem, they give you rice. They give you rice every day. They give you rice. Petrol increase. They give you rice. Dollar increase. They give you rice. This and this and that. They give you rice because they understand you. You don't understand politicians, but politicians understand you as a citizen of this country who is not a politician. They understand you better than you and understand them. That's why you see in these politicians, everything is money, money, money. Because the way when we Nigerians take love money, we love money too much. It is affecting us as a country. Yes, I know we have a lot of responsibility. Yes, because we too like money. That's why these politicians are looking down on us because we are not united as a country. We don't love each other. If say we love each other, we truly have one mind to say this politician, what you are doing is wrong, we will not do this. These politicians will not have had this kind of opportunity, this power, abusing of power, this kind of privileges to abuse it on us because we don't have one mind. We are not united. That is it. Because they believe that, hey, what I'm going to do now, I will do it. Maybe I'll give you money. It's money your problem. If you collected your share, you shut up. You don't talk again. That one collected his own share. You're not going to talk again. That is the proof. That's why they successfully capture us, put us in this condition. Because we are too divided. We are not united. Anyways, what do you think? Please share this video. You see, champion of democracy. But today, I expect these people to do the same thing to him, to know that he is not the only one. Somebody can also challenge president and win. Since all Nigerians are against this unlawful behavior, it will not stand. Tinubu should reverse it. Please share this video.